Today we have a 2004 Buick LeSabre Custom with a 3.8 motor. This vehicle has about 160,000 on it, and the customer says as they're going down the road it feels pretty vague in the front end and it seems to bounce when you go over bumps and that. So we're going to replace the front struts on it. We're going to show you where those are located and how to replace them. First thing we do is remove the tire. This is just a cover here. These are plastic covers. Remove these so we can get to the lug nuts. We used a 19mm to take this off and the little plastic pieces, that and your lug nuts. Okay, this is a 15/16, so I'm going to use a 21 on this side. This is your, of course, your strut assembly, and we're going to do a quick strut. There's no sense in just putting that in there with bad springs and everything else that could be wrong with it. So we're going to put a quick strut in. It's usually faster and usually turns out better. So we're going to start out by taking this 10 out, this 10 out, and then we're going to remove these. We kind of compared the strut. This is the quick strut. We wanted to make sure it was the same thing. And once we remove these, then we're going to go up on top and remove these 15s that are up there. There's 3 that are up there. And then we should be able to drop it out of there. Got lucky that one didn't break. Okay, got those out. Peel those out. Next thing, we're going to pull these 2 out. This side right here is a 15/16, and this is a 21, seems to work. So we're going to put that on there, break these loose. Same on the bottom. Okay. This is 16 years old, and of course it doesn't want to come apart. So what you want to do so you don't mess up the threads here, we're going to make this about flush with it, and then we're going to hit it, kind of loosen it up hopefully. It's coming. If you didn't have that nut on there, you'd be messing up your threads. Okay, I think it's loose enough I can just tunk it out. Just like that. Okay. Once you get it flush like that, you might want to put a punch or a screwdriver, whatever you happen to have, and knock it the rest of the way out. Just like that. Same on the top. So this releases this. Make sure you don't let this fall too far out. You don't want to pull your axle out of your transmission. So just pull it out like that. That's already loose. Everything is loose here. We just got to go up on top and take our 15s out and remove the strut. This is the top of the strut tower right here. This is where it mounts. You can see it's got 2 dowel pins back there. Then you got the 3 15s holding it. This is supposed to have plastic clips in there, little parts that hold this down. Looks like they're missing, but like I said, it's 16 years old, so it probably just it almost pulls up without taking anything out. Most of the time, you'd have to take those out. And there is a clip right here holding on the side, so we'll take that out, and then we will remove these 3 15s. In fact, I'll probably do that one first, this one next, and this one last. It is easier if you have 2 people to hold the shock up. So I'm going to start on this back one because I can do this one and I can do this one, and then I'm going to use the gun and I'm going to try to catch that. It is easier with 2 people, but depends what you have around as far as help. A lot of times you would want to take this off this old car. These are so beat up, I can just pull it out of the way. And the strut has the bolts that go with it, so I don't have to keep these. There's that one. Now, since I got the tougher one, I'm going to cheat. And I'm going to use power. A little faster. And now I'm also going to catch my strut when I pull this last one out. Okay, it should be free. So we got the 315s out on top. I'm just going to pull it off the side here and pull her down. You can't really do it wrong. It's got the 2 dowel pins back here and it's got your 315s. The hardest thing is going to be putting this up here by yourself and starting the bolts on top. That's where it's nice if you get an extra person. These are the 2 dowels. They got to go to the back. Go like that. Work it up over. Make sure it clears everything like that. And then I got to start it right there. Okay. If you can grab the bottom like that, push it up and get one to start. Like I said, if you got somebody to help, helps, but you can do it this way, but you got to grab it and push it up through like that. Once it's in there, tighten this up and put the last one in. After we tighten all 3 of them up here, we're going to go back down below and assemble the rest of it. Put a big screwdriver in it like that. A lot of times you can pry it around like that and get it started. And then take a hammer and just tunk it through. Once you get the threads through like that, just put this on and let the gun do the rest of the work. Get these on. Okay, I'll double check it, but that should be good. Last thing we're going to do is install our 10 over here and our 10 over here. We're going to put this 10 in on this one. Get that one started. Same thing on the other side. I double check these. The gun works great, of course. Double check this. Tight enough. I don't want to snap it. Tight enough. Okay, last thing we do is reinstall the tire and put our cap on. Okay, so I put these on, did a crossing pattern, tighten those up. The last thing you do is put on your caps, and I do not use power tools for that because you easily snap them. So you just tighten them up like that, snug them. And that's all it takes to put front struts on a 2004 Buick LeSabre Custom.